Hello and thanks for joining us. For those of you not familiar with Spectra, we've been in the storage business for close to 40 years. You'll find us around the globe, focusing specifically on archive and long-term storage. Our number one vertical market is that of media and entertainment, and with that being said, forming a relationship with Avid Technology made perfect sense. It's not that common for two organizations to come together on a project in order to integrate their separate solutions. So we're excited to announce the integration of Avid's Interplay Archive Manager with Spectra's BlackPearl Deep Storage Gateway. The joint solution offers users a fully integrated tape and/or disk archive available directly through Avid or Avid partners. I'm going to take the next 5 minutes to introduce the solution and point out some of the differences from previous approaches to archive. Let's start by looking at what I'll refer to as a traditional archive in the Avid environment. We've got thousands of installations just like this or very similar to this across the industry. If you look at the bottom portion of this workflow diagram, I'll highlight the archive portion in light blue. This has been a very successful way to run an archive, but the model does have some challenges. The first challenge has been price. Archives have historically been very expensive. At $120,000, this archive doesn't even include the tape library. The cost has been excessive primarily due to the need for third-party software to perform the data movement and management. That adds additional hardware, software, and even double licensing or relicensing for storage capacities. It also adds a lot of complexity. Different interfaces, learning curves, support agreements, not to mention you're working with multiple vendors. And finally, after you've gone to the effort and expense to build the system, you've got an archive that's highly proprietary in nature. It's a huge effort to migrate to a new archive or share information between organizations that need access to the archive content when they're not working with the same application. So in the end, we've got a complex, expensive archive that's not future-proof. So here comes the new approach. If you look back to the highlighted area of the workflow down on the bottom, here's what the integrated Spectra BlackPearl archive looks like. Already, I think you're seeing some of the advantages. One of the best upsides that's not readily apparent from the picture is that we've worked in conjunction with Avid to cut the price of an entry-level archive solution almost in half, and that includes the library, a year of maintenance, installation support, cables, tapes, the whole package. And it's not just the acquisition cost that goes down. Having a fully integrated solution cuts cost by minimizing additional licensing fees and redundant hardware. You'll also see cost savings simply from cutting out most of the complexity. And cutting complexity is probably the most exciting part of this new solution. Not only have we eliminated the need for much of the additional hardware, software, and support agreements required by traditional archives, this solution is fully integrated with Avid Interplay Production Asset Manager and available directly from Avid and Avid partners, which also eliminates complexity. Because BlackPearl offers an archive based on object storage, not only is the archive massively scalable, it's also easily accessed and shared. In essence, you've just added a private cloud archive accessible via HTTP. The object storage interface also makes it easy to have both disk and tape in the archive pool. If and when the content needs to be copied onto a nearline or disk-based archive, BlackPearl can automatically do that as well. Files are transferred to BlackPearl only once and then directed to disk or tape or both based on user-defined policies. This dramatically simplifies the workflow and minimizes network congestion. Adding nearline disk to your archive works well for content that's still accessed somewhat frequently. Now, jumping back to BlackPearl's tape archive, all tapes are created with Linear Tape File System, or LTFS. This is a non-proprietary, open format. So sharing content or migrating to new archive solutions in the future is really simple. You can see this solution eliminates the complexity in virtually every aspect of archiving. Next, I'm going to show you where the integration occurs, and we'll be done. Here's an Avid environment without an archive. There are plenty of installations out there with no archive at all because of the historic cost and complexity of archiving. Here's the exact entry-level archive package that I referred to in an earlier slide with a list price of $70,000. It includes Interplay Archive Manager and Interplay Archive Provider, a 2U BlackPearl Object Storage Gateway Server, and a Spectra T50E tape library. The tape library in this particular solution starts with one LTO6 tape drive, 10 cartridge slots, and 10 LTO tapes. This tape library can be upgraded to 4 tape drives and up to 50 tape slots. This is the smallest tape library Spectra offers. Again, this is an entry-level package. We have various configurations to accommodate various size archives, literally into the petabytes. As I mentioned earlier, it also includes what are usually hidden costs, like cables, installation support, and maintenance. One of the most common critiques of other archive solutions is that they require a separate interface or don't include important features like partial file recovery. Being fully integrated, this solution makes it very easy to search, preview, recall, and even do partial recovery all directly through the Interplay PAM. Our integration occurs within Interplay Archive Manager and Archive Provider. We've created what we refer to as a BlackPearl client for Interplay Archive within the Avid Interplay production environment. Again, the beauty of the solution is that we've done away with the complexity. We've made it simple, which makes it easy to use and drives the cost down. So there you have it. A fully integrated, non-proprietary, simplified workflow that drastically reduces cost and complexity. For more information, go to our website at spectralogic.com/BP, which stands for BlackPearl, Partner Program. On that page, if you mouse over the Avid logo, you'll find technical briefs on the solution as well as a few more videos like this one. Thanks for joining us.